Hope all is well, and it's your boy Django here. It's a little quick video, because I see a load of people atting our manager for no reason. Well, to be honest, I'm not even going to lie. There is a reason, but I don't think all the blame should surely be on ETH. You just let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. And let's get into this little video and talk about what I think is wrong at Old Trafford, me personally. And obviously you can tell by the caption that the problem for me simply lies with the Glazers. Because let's be honest, let's go through the pedigrees of managers that's been at the club. And for me, people would say, oh, Ten Hag has had 400 million plus to spend. I told you at the start of the transfer window, all the players we've bought are third or fourth choice. They're not the players that Ten Hag wanted to go and get. But because the Glazers didn't want to spend money and was in the process of lying about selling the club because they had no intention of selling the club, this is why we're in this situation. Because let's be honest, like I'm saying, personally, I do think Mason Mount is a decent player. Or to be honest, I think he's a good player. I'm not even going to go around and gas. Yeah, I didn't want Mason Mount because I didn't feel it's a player that we need. But that doesn't mean Mason Mount's not a good player. But yet again, like I'm saying, Ten Hag this year compared to last year has made a lot of wrong calls. Compared to last year, where in my opinion, every single call he made from Ronaldo all the way down was bang on. The only thing he made wrong last season was the signing of Anthony, in my humble opinion. But I am not putting the blame whatsoever on ETH, not one bit. I want to talk about Onana because he answered a lot of questions in the derby for me. But for now, let's just talk about the problems at the club. And I'm starting from the top and I'm work my way down. we know when Radnick was in. When, funny enough, the guy who's backing Ten Hag probably the most out of all the fan channel, Goldbridge, was there, and he's going on telling me that, well, not telling me, going on about Ten Hag don't want Radnick with him. And I done my video and said that's not the case. The case is that the Glazer want Murta to remain in charge, which is why they got rid of Radnick, who would have overseen the overall of the club with ETH. And there's players in this team that's been bought that I know Radnick wouldn't have bought. And even if he did buy them, they would have had better potential than Anthony. For me personally, at this moment in time, Anthony has a mountain to climb to convince me that he's good enough to play at United. Like I said, I do not care about being good defensively. You don't hear Liverpool wingers are good defensively. You don't hear Heung-min Son and them are good defensively. You don't hear Foden and Doku are good defensively. So don't come and tell me that, Anthony's all right because he's good defensively. No. The fact that Pellistri is on the bench and can't get a game is on Ten Hag's. The 100 mil we spent on Anthony for him not to be able to drop him, even though the funny thing is, in the derby, he played Bruno from the right. Now, obviously, he doesn't trust Anthony in the big games, and if Anthony's that good defensively, like you've been saying, then surely in a game that we know we ain't going to dominate, you would play the player that's good defensively. But for me, last season was the only bad call Ten Hag made was Anthony. And last season was the only time, barring Frankie de Jong, he got all of his signing. Now, I heard Jamie Carragher said some nonsense the other day that Casemiro was our worst signing. Like, I can't believe they have allowed nonsense like that on national television. See, me, I don't mind when United even fan channels in general, say certain things because that's their opinion, and sometimes it's biasness. But when you're in the look at Gary Neville, United fans cuss Gary Neville because Gary Neville is not as biased to us as he should be. Like, for example, Carragher is to Liverpool. But to turn around and say Casemiro last season was our worst signing, it's a joke because Casemiro was our best player last season, in my humble opinion. Yes, Rashford got our goals, but Casemiro, Martinez, Varane, and David De Gea was the reason we finished in top four. Because if they wasn't on job, Rashford's goal would have been pointless. And I'm sure I remember us winning like 5 games in a row or something round about that, like 1-0, Rashford scoring. Or 2-1, Rashford getting the winner. That's because Casemiro, Martinez, Varane, and David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka was on job. So that nonsense what you hear coming out of Jamie Carragher's mouth is what it is. Biased nonsense. Even this depleted Casemiro now is better than all of Liverpool centre mid. Yes, I know he's nowhere near the standard of Casemiro, but Casemiro now is better than every centre mid at Liverpool. All of them, every single one of them. Like the only player in the league that can talk to Casemiro is Rodri, and that's a fact. No 100 million signing, none of them can't talk to him. So I don't know why you have somebody who never won nothing, yeah. Do you know what? It's a lie because obviously he was in a Liverpool team that was picking up Champions League and that. But bro, you can't talk to Casemiro. You shouldn't even be able to even pundit against someone like Casemiro, somebody like Carragher, in my opinion. But back to the Glazers who are ruining our club, and everybody keep forgetting the Glazers, keep forgetting that they were supposed to sell the club, but they're still here lingering. Ten Hag is not the problem. If Ten Hag was the problem, I don't think Sir Jim Radcliffe would be so keen in taking over the sporting side of things because Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see that the club is not run right from the top. And I swear down, with Radnick steering the ship, with Ten Hag in charge, we would be in a hell of a better position now. Just let me know your thoughts in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Because I think it's a bit of a... You know what? It's scapegoating our manager. Because we have players in from the very first manager, or should I say from Mourinho all the way up till now. And people are saying, oh, Ten Hag's got his team. He hasn't got his team. And they want to keep bringing up, oh, Angie at Tottenham. Bro, the guy's got 1 game a week. He has no injuries. Even the Tottenham fans are telling you the same thing. We have 1 injuries and we'll be back to the normal. Now contrast that to United, who, if I was to go on here now and put out our best 11, regardless of injuries or nothing, we have not had it. We have not had it once this season, in my opinion. Because surely Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, and Luke Shaw is our best thing. Is our best back. Like I'm not even questioning it. We've not filled that back 5 once this season, I don't think. Or if we have, we filled it once this season at the max. And then you put that onto everybody from midfield upwards not been playing good. I don't think the defense, to be honest, have been playing as bad as people have been making it out. I think it's more from midfield to strikers. We've scored 11 goals. Erling Haaland has scored 11 goals. Put that into perspective. And yes, you're going to say, oh, but that's down to the manager and that. Yes, it's down to the manager, but the manager also needs to be backed. I mean, recruitment needs to be good. The recruitment compared to last season was a shambles. And I keep going over again and again. We had Murtough working on the Kim Min-jae deal. The Kim Min-jae deal failed, so he thought he could just come and win back the United fan by going overspending on a player you hadn't. 11 months in his contract or whatever. Right? Now you think about it, once for 55 mil, with add-ons work up to 60 mil. The centre back that we so badly needed, because we know Varane's frailties, right? If I pronounce that right, you know how it is. Yeah, the centre back that we need with Kim Min Jae would have been 45 mil, 5 million add-ons, right? But no, what does Murto go and sanction? A deal for Mason Mount, 55 million and 5 million in add-ons. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I'm not here blaming my manager for the incompetence of the board and the people who are running our club. It's obvious we can't keep sacking managers and not taking a second to analyze and look at the bigger picture. Clearly the club is not run well. And it's not been running well even when Fergie was here. Because I remember season when United couldn't sign players after winning the league and FA Cup, and I'm thinking, how is that possible? Or we go out and we'll spend 30 odd mil. And because Fergie and his team was bang on, we'll pick up people like Chicharito for 7.5 mil, Vidic for 7.5 mil. And that's the only way we got through. We didn't get through because we was out here splashing money, even though it seems like that. If you think before the Glazers came in, when we went on a good run, if we win a double or even after we won the treble and it came to 2001, we went out, we spent, 30 mil on Varane, 25 mil on Van Nistelrooy, or it might be the other way around. But the club was running itself. And I'm not too sure at that time. I would have to go back and look, because at that time I didn't care about the business side of the club. But I'm sure we was debt free too. Now contrast that, like I've been telling you, since the Glazers have took charge of United, we have, as United fans, we have been through hell. We're still in hell now, and there ain't no way back until the Glazers go. You can try and gas up this Jim Radcliffe bid as much as you want, but I'm telling you, same situation. 6 family members voting against a stranger. It's a no contest. But personally, I don't think we've ever had. And I'm bringing my boy Sancho back into frame, because I think what he's done to Sancho. Yeah. I think what he done to Sancho is a joke, but like I'm saying, last season he made all the good calls and I praised him. This season he's had bad calls, made bad decisions, but this is a guy who's not been on holiday in, it'll be 2 years at the end of the season. You can't class what he had, the little break he had, as an holiday. He won the league with Ajax, didn't even get to enjoy celebrating, and he came straight to United. Of course he's making decisions because his mind's tired, in my opinion. But there ain't no way I'm here saying Ten Hag out. If you think our team's that bad and this guy got us top 3 with a trophy, use common sense. That's all I'm saying. Just use common sense. If you think Ten Hag is that bad and the team is that shocking, it's the same guy that used the same team, finished in the top 4 and won a trophy. And for a fact is, compared to the game on Sunday against City, where everybody was like, oh, we're going to get dominated. Last season, when we went to the FA Cup final, everybody was optimistic. So we can't support him when everything's good. And then the moment he goes through hard times, you want to sack him. That makes no sense to me, personally. That's just my opinion, though. Everybody else is different. But there ain't no way I'm getting rid of ETH just because he's going through a bad patch. And like I've been saying, in my opinion, he hasn't been as back this season as he should. And the funny thing is, the only manager, in my opinion, that's been back fully in a transfer window or two is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And he's the worst out of all of the managers. You know me, Mourinho will still be my United manager, and Pogba would have been gone at the time. You know what I mean? But what does the Glazers do? They sacked Mourinho because he wanted a centre-back, only to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 85 mil to spend on a centre-back who's not good enough. And I know what? And on that, I'm going to finish this live stream, people. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you another time.